I will say welcome to the MindsetMETA YouTube channel. Yeah. You're here with me, Mindset.
And me, Meta.
Is that recorded?
Yeah.
You get nervous. Am I leading from the top?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome to anybody who's watching this. Welcome to the MindsetMETA YouTube channel. This is the first video from the European road trip. If you don't know what the European road trip is, don't know what you're doing really. And have a look on the Instagram.
Yeah, so while the world's been going so crazy before, across Europe and see what they're doing out there. It's about 3,000 miles travelled in this Picasso.
We're all keen travellers, we're all very good friends, as I'm sure you'll be able to tell. This is the first episode, so obviously this is going to be the first country that we go to and the journey there. So we're watching while you're watching, because proper sick at editing and all that.
From Tom's little photo shoot by
Martin the Don.
Good time, guys.
Cheers.
This is James on the right hand side, who's the designated captain of the Picasso, and that's Connor in the passenger seat, who yeah, it's Connor really. We'll have a lot more to say about Connor as we go on. So yeah, obviously motorway. Now this beautiful pub here is the Friat Inn at Southend. Which Southend? We called Southend on Sea.
One eternity later.
Harwich. I don't know how you say it. I said it wrong every time, but food reviewer, just brilliant really. I'd recommend if you're into your fine dining, go to this place. It's fucking brilliant. Great food, friendly staff, cheap drinks, and literally 2 minutes from the ferry as well. So anyone who's getting a ferry to Rotterdam from the UK, I'd recommend staying at the Friat Inn. Oh, yeah. Pretty cheap as well. Yes, same night, found a nice little abandoned petrol station. Nice picture outside.
Yeah. Typical breakfast.
First of many.
We won't be seeing that much.
And this.
Get it.
Make sure you do that. Can we just admire that drone shot as well? Because I think that's sick, mate. Pretty self-explanatory, this bit, really.
Just take it in.
Just take it in. Look at that blue water. It's definitely not full of shit.
First mask emission of the video.
Denial, if you wondered.
Look at that bar.
The decor on this ferry was just top-notch.
Modern would be a good word.
What's his second football pitch of the trip?
Already ticking him off.
Personally, I think every ferry should have one of these. Like, genuinely though.
In travel entertainment, only a quick 8-hour journey for us.
Just an easy trip, really. I also think this is just sick. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's your right eye and that's your left eye. You know when you're watching that, I think it's
make you
trippy.
feel a bit crazy looking though. I know, yeah.
It's picturesque, isn't it?
Across the water, onto land.
As you can see, this has been fast forwarded, but the fact that it takes so long, even though it is fast forward, emphasises how long it took us to get off the ferry and actually on the road, because we seemed to be queuing forever off here, didn't we?
Yeah, eager to get on that autobahn in Germany, this guy, our driver. So just making us way from Rotterdam now, and then we're in Amsterdam from his accommodation.
Yeah.
In here.
I don't know, we could probably insert some pictures. Yeah, stayed in we're at an Airbnb or at a hotel.
Yeah, planned to stay at one Airbnb.
Yeah.
A bit of delay caused us a mess up. It got booked up and then we found the one next door.
Literally next door. About a 20-minute ride out from Amsterdam in an Uber.
Uber every day.
Uber every
Twice.
day. I can't remember, we're about 20 quid a time.
Yeah, €20. So.
€20, so
Can't have that.
not exactly cheap, but you make do. I mean, we could have rode spikes in or something, but we'd have been knackered and we weren't exactly in the best condition for riding back, so it wouldn't have been a great idea. I mean, it's just a picturesque, beautiful city, really. Can't...
The first of many canals.
The first of many photos at this restaurant as well, as you'll soon find out.
We spent quite a lot of time at this restaurant.
Yeah, and I've just been done dirty on this.
And then people got a bit handy with their cameras. Every car's flying out on wallet. Pictures
Like a criminal.
doing justice. And then
It's a great message,
Mr.
really.
White Rhino.
Save the rhino. Looking a bit worse for wear on this one, no particular reason.
Maybe just after them burritos that we've just had.
Just on the sauce.
The craziest takeaway burger joint.
Dispensable burgers, wasn't it?
Like some stacked microwaves.
Pause it here for a bit of, a bit more context. I'll let you say.
So yeah, we got into bed the night before on the first day, reading up about articles that you've got to be back from Holland at 4 o'clock in the morning. You've got to get there. So luckily we had 14 days left, and this was the morning. As I say, 14 days left on our trip, so we were fine for quarantine.
Just as well on that note, like you may have noticed since the beautiful Friar Inn, there was no sign of Connor.
Oh.
And that's because of this reason. So Connor, you'd probably be watching, mate. I mean,
Moment of silence.
moment of silence for our fallen soldier.
I'll put a clip in there.
Have you done it?
I ain't done
Have you
it.
done it now?
I've done
You
it.
done it? Basically, Connor got offered a new job. Didn't really take into account the severe possibilities of having to quarantine when we got home. On the night when they announced the news that the Netherlands were on the quarantine list, Connor then sorted his journey home. That was his summer holiday, trip down to Harwich in a night at the Fright Inn. A nice little bagel bar. A nice coffee in that bagel place as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Very sociable, these kids.
Plenty of time for some pictures.
Innit?
Another? Any more?
I
Boys?
mean, let's just do another left to right, I reckon. There we go.
Oh, what an experience. So one thing, Heineken experience, we basically just did it because why not, tourist thing. Turned out to be one that surprises a trip really. You don't know what goes on in a Heineken experience, but you're about to find out.
We'll watch this bit because it's worth it. It's a great bit. There we go, repping the Ajax kits as well, obviously, for Amsterdam. Got my MindsetMETA lanyard without a lanyard on it. Green screen, this is high quality production, this.
Could do this another.
And if you haven't seen enough pictures already, here's some more.
My god.
Oh,
You just got a bask in these. Nothing.
we
much.
actually did get stuck in there. You can tell. We were never the same when we came out. Hands up if you're in love. Shout out to JLS there.
Moving on, second part of this bundle tour.
Walked around for ages before this, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Can't remember, we're just trying to find anywhere.
Can we just go back? Because I got pointed out, why do I look like why am I sitting like that on this train?
This is his first stadium
The first stadium of the road trip.
of however many.
A
Insert
lot.
here.
I must say it is a very nice stadium.
Definitely a European giant for sure.
And I think everyone who were working as well was pretty sad.
What do
You
you do?
can't have the real Amsterdam experience without having the Amsterdam experience, put it that way.
That's it.
Oh, I've got to buy that for my gran. Just to be clear, I wasn't saying I've got to buy that for my nan. I'm about that strange thing that we were looking at there.
She likes mannequins. That's
No. She likes fridge magnets, so I bought her an Amsterdam fridge magnet. For a 50p for 50.
You see your hair then? Mate, go
What
back to
was
his
that?
hair. Go back to your hair. It's like a V.
Why have I got my hair like that? No, I've definitely done that. Namki.
No. Oh my god.
Yeah, but you can laugh at my hair, but it's never going to be as bad as it.
Little Chinatown.
And then, this is quite ironic really, because she says this. And in the background I've noticed, who's that?
Oh my god, it's.
Did you not know?
I didn't know I caught him.
So, we're walking through Amsterdam. A lot of people wearing masks. Some aren't. I was one of those. You know, these helpful people, they're pretty much like tour guide, tourist information people on the street corners, but while we were there, it felt like they were just there to enforce you wearing a mask. Carried on. And the one gentleman in this picture who is also not wearing a mask then proceeded to
aggressively approach us as we all. Basically, you had to wear the masks in the confined streets like you see there, with like the smaller streets where obviously everybody's a lot closer, but when in these open areas you could mainly take them off. So we've just come out of a street into this open area. I think everybody took the mask off at this point, but she has asked us to put them back on, so we're obviously just putting them back on, doing whatever. It was the strangest experience, because obviously things had already got a little bit weird at this point. So I wasn't, foreign city, excited, a bit like a deer in the headlights, and this guy just comes up to us, and I just remember him shouting in my face, "Put on the mask." In a strong Dutch accent.
In a very strong Dutch accent. Bizarre.
Yeah.
Overall, probably the only bad thing that happened in Amsterdam. It was minor really, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
then we proceeded to leave after that.
Yeah, that wraps us up.
Back on the road
to Germany.
This will be a familiar sight throughout this series of vlogs. Overall, Amsterdam was a great experience. I'll definitely go back again. Even with all the what going on at the minute, walking around the city centre 90% of the time, it felt like nothing had ever happened, really. So yeah.
Catch us in Germany.
Catch us in Germany.